Mount Rainier, the tallest mountain in the Cascade Mountain Range, rising 14,410 feet above sea level. Also an episodically active stratovolcano, so that's fun. The last cycle of eruptions being around 1,000 years ago. It's hard to miss this gorgeous mountain, or should I say stratovolcano, as it towers above the surrounding mountains, making it visible from the towns below. The national park extends to the surrounding lands at the base of Mount Rainier, and it's home to the longest, bumpiest, most unpleasant dirt road I have ever been on. I swear it's a miracle I did not pop all my tires and destroy the bottom of my car. Frank Sinatra sang me through it, but I don't know if that's copyrighted, so here's me singing along to I Got You Under My Skin, while my car shakes like an earthquake. On my trip, I only visited Mowich Lake Campground, which is a tiny portion of the national park, but after driving down that road, I needed a few days to mentally recover and did not explore the rest of the park on this trip. Regardless, this section of the park was a perfect place to visit. It offers a beautiful crystal clear lake, many hiking trails, waterfalls, a free campground, and excellent views of Mount Rainier. This was the brightest blue lake I have ever seen before, making it look like the ocean down in Florida. But that water was far from warm, but I will get to that later. I decided to do the Tolmy Peak Lookout Trail, which is a 6.5-mile out-and-back trail that leads to a fire lookout and provides a perfect view of Mount Rainier in all its glory. This hike only gains about 1,000 feet in elevation, but I found myself breathing really heavy due to the already heightened elevation, which I was not used to.
I just went to go talk and realized that I haven't spoken in 2 days. I guess this is car life. Feels weird talking in here because it's so quiet. I feel like I'm breaking the sound barrier or something.
The trail takes you through the forest, which is made up of pine trees, ferns, and meadows, making it look like a scene out of a fairy tale or a Tolkien novel. The trail was a natural dirt path cutting through the forest, but it seemed like I'd been there for ages, as the exposed tree roots were smooth from repetitive wear. The trees seemed like they had been there for an eternity, and were the largest and tallest trees I have ever seen in my life. Many of them are covered in moss that clung to the bark and branches. This moss looks similar to Spanish moss, but Spanish moss is only found in tropical and subtropical climates. This moss is actually called Alectoria sarmentosa, or commonly known as witch's hair.
Just look at the size of these trees. I know there's big trees out here, and I'm going to see them in redwoods, but man, I do not see these where I'm from. Just go up forever. That one, the top even fell off. Ooh.
Tolmy Peak Fire Lookout was built in 1933 by the Civilian Conservation Corporation. Roosevelt formed this organization in 1933 in the midst of the Great Depression. This program gave unemployed men work on different environmental government projects, and their work is preserved across many of the national parks to this day, nearly 90 years later.
I know you can't tell in pictures, but that mountain is huge. Oh, and beautiful. I wish I came earlier though and caught a sunrise. The light kind of washed it out. But wow.
I came in October, so I was lucky enough not to encounter any mosquitoes, which are normally present during the summer months. But I did have to adjust to the social rules of the West Coast, which drastically differed from my experience in Wyoming.
I think I might be a little bit too cheery for people from Washington. I keep on saying good morning and hello to everyone, and they keep on aggressively staring at the ground like I'm not here. Sorry. I think I got spoiled by the Midwesterners. Shout out to Wyoming. Y'all were so friendly. It's also a lot of people my age, so I don't know if we're just a rude generation or what, but who knows? Just an observation. Spazzy squirrels. I am heavily debating jumping in that lake though. It looks so clear. I just want to swim in it. Okay, so the game plan is to do a second hike that's 6 miles and then come back and jump in the lake. So we'll see. That might be dumb. I won't even regret it, I'm sure. This is so dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go for it. Because why not? You're only in Washington once.
On my second hike of the day, which I eventually went on after I got over myself, I took the Spray Falls Trail, which is an easy 4-mile out and back hike leading to an intricate waterfall.
I'm regretting my life choices. I hear water moving. Getting close.
The hike itself is fairly easy, but in order to get a full view of the falls, you need to cross a stream, which was a little tricky. I saw a few other hikers make it to the end of the hike and not be able to cross the stream, so they were unable to get a full view of the falls. I'm sure in the spring months this would be extra difficult to cross because the stream would be a lot more full than when I came. There is no real path leading to the falls. It's a more explore based on your comfort level with slippery rocks. But the closer I got to the falls, the more I got sprayed by Spray Falls. So I see where the name came from.
That was incredible. I was not expecting that. Holy smokes. Wow, that was treacherous though, crossing the river. Woo! And that audience on the way back, so they got a show. Me sitting and scooting. I have no shame.
On my way back from the hike, I was feeling a little sweaty and bold, so I mentally decided that I was going to swim in the lake. Keep in mind, it is October in Washington State, and we are in the mountains, so this lake is almost freezing. And I decided it was a good idea anyways.
Alright, this may be the dumbest thing I've ever done, but I'm going to go swimming in this lake right under Mount Rainier. It's been about 30 degrees every night and then about 65 during the day, so this should be freezing. I'm gonna do it. That is the type of cold that takes your breath away. That was incredible. Whew. I'm so glad I did that. Oh my gosh. I also haven't had a shower in 2 or 3 days now, so that was pretty refreshing.
I was not prepared for the way the cold water seemed to literally push the air out of me as I dove under. It was shocking and exhilarating at the same time. I now understand the appeal of polar plunges. If the rest of Mount Rainier National Park is half as beautiful as the one small section I experienced, I would visit again in a heartbeat. Thank you for watching.